Hello Aries, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really lovely to have you here. So I thought I'd take a little bit of a look at what we have to come for the rest of the year for all of us. And I'm doing this in February, so it's the rest of 2025. So I thought we'd have a little bit of a look at the general energy of what's to come individually for our individual signs. And then I'll have a little bit of a look, instead of doing past energy, I'll do the influences of the past. So things, you know, maybe that have gone on in the recent past that were helping us to move forwards or not, as the case may be, for the rest of 2025. And then we'll look at current energy and then moving forwards. So, as a year, rather than just something individual, you know, like the next few weeks, we'll take a bit of a longer look, have a longer forecast towards what we have to look forward to. So I've got these lovely Light Seer tarot cards, as usual. Again, I can't stop using them because I really like them. I do have a few other newer sets, but I'm still loving these. To find the general energy of 2025. So I'm going to pull 5 cards out. Sorry, not 4. 5 cards to find our general energy of 2025 for you Aries. So we're starting off with the King of Pentacles. Then we have the 7 of Cups. We have the Judgment card. We have the 2 of Swords. And one last one, we have the King of Wands. So Aries, your energy for moving forwards through 2025 and to the end of 2025, we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, the smartest, richest king in the pack. So he makes really smart financial choices. So, you know, this year could well be a year of you moving forwards throughout the year, making better financial choices, being very careful with how you spend your pentacle as well. So bearing in mind that pentacles are tangible, earthly, material things such as our health, obviously our wealth, our stuff, our home, a relationship. So spending your pentacle well could be the theme of this year as well. So as I say, you know, maybe looking after your health, really concentrating on doing the best things for your home, for your relationship, for the stuff that you need to get through the year, but really just being smart with how and what you're doing with your pentacle moving through the year. We've got the 7 of Cups as well next to that. And the 7 of Cups, see, he's got all those cups there and he's looking at them really undecidedly. Undecidedly, is that a word? Anyway, he's undecided about which one of his dreams he's going to bring into reality. See, there's something different in all of those cups. And if he wants to bring one of them to life, he's just got to actually make the leap and take the leap of faith into bringing one of his wishes, one of his hopes, his dreams down into the material world. Umming and ahhing isn't going to get him anywhere. He needs to just take that choice, and regardless of whether, you know, he thinks he's going to turn out good or bad or ugly, he's just got to take that chance. So hopefully throughout this year you are going to start bringing one of your dreams into reality. You're going to really push forwards with your life in a positive way, and that's going to involve you making a choice and putting some energy into one of your dreams. If you want happiness, if you want to move forwards, if you want to move towards your dreams, then you've actually got to put some time and energy and make some choices about it. So hopefully this is the year that you're going to actually, you know, not be afraid to make that choice, to move forwards, to really push onwards with your dreams and start bringing them down into reality. Now we've got the Judgment card here as well. So this year could be a real game changer for you. The Judgment card is all about rebirth, about ascension, about changing in a positive way. I love that card. She's, you know, you see the shadow of who she really is, just, you know, that lovely light coming away from that shadowy body and spiraling upwards in her true form, in which case it's like a lovely ballerina, a lovely dancer. So I think this year is a game changer for you. You're going to have a rebirth of some sorts, and I think that is going to be down to you putting energy into bringing your dreams into reality. Let's have a look. Got the Two of Swords. So it could also be a year of choices, of making difficult emotional choices. Because, you know, change doesn't come easy, does it? We often have to make some choices, and when we make a choice, we often have to leave one of the options behind in order to move forwards with the choice that we want to make. The Two of Swords can speak of procrastination, of being afraid to look at those choices too closely, of being afraid to actually make the choice. So maybe you're going to be going through the year having this underlying current of a potential choice that you may have to make about leaving something behind and moving forwards with one particular thing. Maybe you've been held back because, you know, making that choice can feel too emotionally difficult for you in some way. But I think there's going to be this undercurrent, and I think that's going to be maybe later on in the year where you're going to be feeling that. Maybe the things that you've started to bring down to earth, your dreams and the things that you're hoping to move onwards with, and that have hopefully brought you some sort of rebirth and change, have thrown up this emotional decision that you have to make. But you are going to embrace it, or have the energy supplied to you, because, you know, the tarot isn't law. We all have free will, just energies that we've got to work with. And we've got the King of Wand energy there that's coming in after that Two of Swords. And the King of Wands, he's very confident. He's not afraid to move forwards. It's a card of action, about moving towards his hopes, dreams and passions with courage and with decisiveness, and leading the way, really. So hopefully you're going to get through before the end of the year. You're going to get through this quandary of emotional choices and find your way through and really push forwards with courage towards the place that you want to be before the end of the year. So let's have a little bit of a closer look at that and see if we can go into a little bit more detail, Aries. Just checking my sound's on there. Just suddenly thought, did I switch it on? But yes, I did. Right. So we'll have some cards for the past influences. Our past influences that have brought us to where we are moving forwards into 2025. Oops. We've got 3 cards that have thrown themselves out, 2 quite big ones. So we'll have another 3, but I'll pick those in a minute. We have our first card, actually, that came out is the Death card. So past influences that have taken us to where we are right now. We have the Chariot. And we have the Devil. Let's have 3 more. We've got the 9 of Cups, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Justice card. So I'm going to look at these in as our main card and our clarifier card underneath it. So we've got the Death card, influences in the recent past, endings and new beginnings. So in your recent past, the things that have created the energy that you're moving forwards with in 2025, an ending of some description, an ending and a new beginning. And I think we've got this Nine of Cups as our clarifying card, and I think this ending is one that is were aware was going to open things up for you to move towards your hopes, dreams, wishes. And hopefully it's the thing that's brought you into alignment so that you can choose from those Seven of Cups and choose to bring something down to earth. So you've had this new start that's opened your world up to help you to move towards your hopes and dreams. We've got the Chariot here, and the Chariot is a card of momentum. It's about, again, it's moving towards your destiny. It's about moving towards the place that you know is right for you, your instinctual, intuitive juices have been flowing so that you've really connected with that, and then you're able to, or you've been able to really push forward and keep the momentum going so that you can move towards your hopes, dreams, wishes, all the lovely things that you would like out of life, that has been possible because of some sort of an ending. We've got the Seven of Swords, and here's the card of lying, cheating, stealing. It's a card of truth, some might say. And it could be that, you know, that's under our Chariot card. So you're moving forward, you're gaining momentum because you're seeing the truth. Or it could be because you've created some sort of a strategy, because he's needed a strategy to go in. You know, he's there, he's stolen all those swords from this prison camp, but he's needed a strategy to get in there and to do it. And so maybe you are moving forwards, or you have been moving forwards with a strategy, with a plan of action, with an end destination, because the Chariot is all about staying focused and not being taken off your path by any lower vibrational things that are going on around you. And I think, you know, you have hopefully created a plan of action, whether that is consciously or subconsciously, because sometimes we have that bit of a plan and we don't actually recognise it, because it's just like all the cogs whirring in the back of our heads and programs running in the back of our heads, subconsciously creating plans for us to move forwards that we don't always actually connect to and realise. So I think that this plan has really helped you to move forwards. We've got the Devil energy here in our recent past, our recent past, the things that have led us to where we are now. And it may well be that you have had moments where you were holding yourself back a little bit and maybe doubting yourself and not thinking that you have been worth it, because we've got the Justice card underneath here, and the Justice card is about finding justice, about having the things that you deserve. And maybe, you know, you've had a little bit of a wobble, and you've sort of spent some time in a lower vibrational energy in the recent past, doubting whether the direction that you've started to push yourself in, or that you see yourself going in, is worthy of you, is deserving of you. And let me tell you, it really is. You are getting what's due to you. You are completely worthy. You are absolutely deserving of happiness and of moving towards the things in life that bring you happiness, joy and contentment. So let's have a little bit of a look at where we are currently in 2025. We'll just pull 6 cards out again. I'm not going to take that one because that was just a product of my terrible shuffling. He wants to come out. So where are we at the moment for Aries? Oops. We've got the World. We've got the Emperor already. Let's put that there. Oh, we have the Fool. All cards, you've got a lot of cards of new beginnings, moving forwards, ends of cycles. Oh, we'll have 3 clarifiers. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 4 of, not Wands, Swords. And we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so current energy. We have the Emperor is our first card out of the pack. The Emperor is a natural born leader. He is confident, he's strong, he's powerful. He's moving forwards, always at the front, leading from the front. So this devil energy that you've been sat in that's maybe held you back a little bit, this feeling of unworthiness, has hopefully gone. Or you've sort of moved through it in a natural way, because we've got this Emperor card, and he's confident and he's moving towards the place that he wants to be. Although we do have this 4 of Cups here. And this could be a little bit of a remnant from our Devil card. And this is a card of boredom, of apathy, of maybe not quite feeling it, feeling a little, a little bit meh energy, of not quite feeling the positivity about moving forwards. So despite the fact that you have got this really strong energy, and maybe you are wanting to power forwards and move forwards, maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck in the mud and a little bit held back at the moment, because you've, to be honest, who can blame you? Because I'm feeling a little bit like that today. The weather doesn't help, does it? And it's like, it almost feels like, I'm stuck in mud today, and I'm really struggling to find my motivation. And for me, it's always like when it's cold and when the weather's bad, and I really struggle to get myself moving. And this feels a little bit like that to me. It feels like the mind's willing, but your energy's just not there to follow through. And to help you to move forwards. So hopefully this will move, you'll move through this quite soon, hopefully, and you'll, I do think you will, because I'm just looking on the top line here, this little sunshine in the corner, and the Fool is setting off on his new travel. So I think maybe when the sun comes out, when things, the energy starts feeling a little bit better for you, and maybe even when the actual sun comes out and the weather starts getting a little bit better, you're going to be able to start moving on to the next cycle, because we've got the World here. And maybe this is the next cycle that you are opening yourself up to, is the one where you start making the choices, bringing your dreams down to reality, having that complete new rebirth. Because the World card, it's the last card of the Major Arcana. You have gone through every single card, every single lesson in your last cycle. You've learnt lots, you've gathered lots of knowledge, lots of wisdom throughout that cycle. And now it's time for a new one, to take everything that you've learnt, to take all of that wisdom that you've gained within you, and now it's time to move onwards. But I think first, this feels very, very like the brakes are on a little bit, because we've got this 4 of Swords, and that's the card of resting, rejuvenating, rebooting, rethinking, recalibrating, giving your mind the opportunity to just have a little bit of a rest. So, maybe the fact that you're lacking, or you potentially lacking in the energy to really push forward with things, maybe this is a great opportunity for you to just take a breath, take a little bit of time to really just have a bit of a rest, do things that lift you in some way. So, lifting your vibration by, if it's cold and chilly and grey like it is here today, maybe go for a sauna, go for a swim and a little bit of warmth in your local pool, or just get outside in nature regardless of the weather, wrap up well and go for a tromp out in the woods. Do the things that make you happy, go and have a coffee with your friends and have a laugh, dance around your kitchen, have a nice bubbly bath. Just a little bit of self-care, I actually think, is required for you at the moment, Aries. I think it's important for you to really take some time to rejuvenate yourself, and to reboot yourself. I keep wanting to say reboot for some reason, because I think that's maybe because you're having this rebirth. You're starting to become a completely different person, and I think that the ending that you've had in your recent past, and this real wanting to move forwards and to start this new cycle is going to give you that rebirth and that new beginning. But at first you need to rest your mind, and I think rest your body moving forwards. So before long, you are going to be setting off on this brand new journey. When you've gathered all your energy, when you're feeling a lot brighter and a lot sparklier in yourself, and that'll be different for everybody, I think you're going to be ready to take the leap of faith, to step off into your new cycle, and just move towards that sunshine. Just move forwards in a really carefree way, just seeing how things develop, by maybe not having too much of a strict plan. Obviously we need to have goals, but I think the energy of the Fool is one of innocence, it's one of carefreeness, of just being organic and seeing how life rolls and how your journey unfolds in front of you in an organic way. Excuse me. So I think maybe just trying to keep things simple and not over planning anything too much moving forwards. But I think this new start is going to be quite swift. You're going to set off on this new journey. Once you decide now's the time, and you've gathered all your energy together and you've decided to move forwards, it's going to start happening really quickly. You're going to be moving forwards in a really fast, exciting way. So let's have a look at our future energy. I'm going to pull 10 cards out here. Oh, I've got one already. I've got the Empress card. She's flown herself out there. And we'll see what's going on for the next few months. Well, until the end of 2025. The Star. Lots of big major arcana energies coming out for you, Aries. Big changes. Exciting new changes. Okay, so we've got the Star, we have Strength, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. Another little bit more of a shuffle. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have another Judgment card. We have the Six of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm looking at these roughly as a month, each month. So I've got 10 out here, so March onwards. So we've got the Empress. We'll say she's March. The Empress is about creativity, about fertility, about new ideas, about breathing life into something. And obviously you've just, you're going to be setting off onto your new journey into the rest of the year, and you're starting this new cycle. And so I think you've got to be a little bit creative. Hopefully you're connected with your divine self. She's got all those lovely stars on her crown, your divine intuition, your higher self, and you're feeling your way through to figure out what it is that you need to create, to breathe new life into, to make yourself happy, really, because that's all we ever want, isn't it? We only ever want to be happy, and we're constantly working towards that. It's often the case that we don't always feel that gratitude for what we have at this current moment, because we're always looking towards what's next. So I do feel that you are going to sort of be in the moment in March, and I think you're going to be feeling this serene feeling and this excitement that comes with being creative and starting something new. So, this could be something completely different for all of you. It could be a relationship for some. It could be a new home for others. It could well be work-related, new business. But whatever it is, you're being creative and you are really starting to bring something new into existence during the month of March. During April, we've got the Star. So the Star card it's the card of hope. It is the card of bringing your dreams down into reality. It's the card of healing as well. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a mixture of all of those things. I think you're hopefully going to be feeling quite hopeful during the month of April. And I think you're starting to feel a lot better about life and really feeling quite grounded, quite connected and in balance, actually, I want to say. I think the things that you're working on you're maybe starting to see a twinkle of how they are going to look into the future. But I think April is going to be quite a nice sparkly month for you, filled with hope, filled with faith of the future. And I'm saying this on a personal level. We're not looking at what's going on in the outside world as a collective. I've done a short reading about that. If you want to take a look at that, I'll probably put the link in the at the end. But this is about you on a personal level. And I think April, on a personal note, I think you're going to be feeling quite grounded and I think you're going to be filled with hope and faith of what's coming towards the future for you. And yeah, I just feels like a bit of a sparkly month for you, Aries. Now we're getting to May. We've got the Strength card here. And the Strength card is obviously about having strength. And so if you're saying you've got strength, maybe there's a situation that you are going to need some inner strength for. But I don't think it's anything too dramatic on a personal level. I just think maybe it is even just you not listening to your inner critic and not being thrown by that negative voice that we all have at times that are maybe telling you that you can't, and maybe it feels like a bit of a stalemate kind of month where things maybe aren't moving forward as much as you'd like to, and that inner negative talk starts chipping away at you, because in the Strength card the lion can often represent our inner critic, and she's taming that inner critic. She's taking control of that. It's being submissive to her. So hopefully you'll be able to nip any of that negative self-talk in the bud, nip it in the bud and not let it take hold too much moving forwards. But I do feel like June might be a little bit of a sticking point of a month, a bit of a things aren't moving forward maybe as quickly or the way that you were hoping them to. Maybe not a lot's really happening, actually, I actually feel. Anyway, on to July. We've got this Page of Cups here, and it's the card of having an open heart. Again, having quite innocent, carefree energy and just leading from the heart. Moving forwards through the month, listening to what's going on here, and really just being, I want to say being really kind, but in like a childlike way, that the way that children are, where they are, then they keep things really simple. They don't overcomplicate things, and I think a sense of kindness is going to be needed somewhere along the line, and just having this what's the word, oh, I can't think of the word. When you're just being kind for being kind's sake. There's no unconditional. Honestly, my brain's words are just disappearing by the moment. Just having a really unconditional kindness and unconditional love for the people around you, also for yourself, but I think it's more for what's the people that are surrounding you during the month of July, and just being open-hearted and kind. That feels like the energy for the month for you moving forwards, Aries, in the month of July. In the month of August, we've got this lovely King of Cups card, and I love the King of Cups because he's really not being shaken by the things that are going on around him. He's keeping a really he's not getting distracted by the dramas that are going on around him. His inner world, his emotions and his happiness and his contentedness is not being affected by anything that's happening in the outside world. And I think for you, Aries, I think there may well be stuff happening around you that's trying to sort of infiltrate your contentment, your happiness and your emotional stability in the month of August. But you won't be having it because you've done the work and you are going to be feeling in a really strong place, and you're not going to get dragged into the drama. You're not going to let it knock you off your throne in any shape or form. And I think you're just going to be feeling quite contented and quite happy, regardless of what's going on in the outside world. Excuse me, another hiccup there. So September is going to bring collaboration and connection, working with other people, connecting with other people to help you do something, a task, a project. The Three of Pentacles is all about working together to create something beautiful. They're creating this lovely house of God. We've got the architect, we've got the mason, we've got the man of God, and they've all chipped in to bring this lovely building into life. And they've all got different skills. They've all done something completely different, but they've created something beautiful between them. And for me, it's always a really good card of collaboration. It also reminds me of like a coven. Of friends working together to create, female friends or not, working together to create something really magical together. And when I say magical, obviously take that as whatever it means to you. But I think it is, it's a really special card because it's a card of connection. It's a card of showing that, the power that a few people can have rather than just one. We're stronger together. And so it is a really magical card because we've all put, when you're working together with other people, you all put something really strong and powerful into that pot to create something really amazing. And I think that is going to be what's happening for you in the month of September. You're going to be really working with others and bringing something magical to life. And again, it could be something as small as a knitting project that you're doing with your friends, or it could be as large as a really good business that you are bringing about with the help of other like-minded people. So whatever it is for you, there's definitely an air of collaboration and connection in the month of September. In the month of October, we have this Judgment card again. The Judgment card, the people here are in the coffins, they're inside the coffins, and they're going to rise out of the coffins. And they're going to ascend, and they're going to be one person within the coffin and another person once they step outside of it. And that is going to be the energy for you for October. This rebirth of some description is going to come about. It may well be that you're having two rebirths, because transformation it's not often like that, is it? Or black and white. It can often be a process. So throughout this year, I think you're going to be having a really transformational year, a year of growth, a year where you are going to really transform into a completely different person, whether that's the way that you look physically, it could be the way that you look at things, it could be the situations that you're in that's changing the way that you are in yourself. But whatever it is, you're having a rebirth of sorts and a transformation of sorts throughout this year, throughout 2025. I think the you at the start of 2025 is going to be a whole different you to the you at the end of 2025. I'd love to know if this resonates with you, Aries. A thumbs up, a subscribe, it'd be really great to have you as part of my community. A comment, it'd be really lovely. But yeah, right, moving on. We have, what did we do then? October, we've got March, April, May, June, July. Oh no, I did miss a month out there, didn't I? August, September. Anyway, our next month, this is actually October. Let's run back over that. So we've got March is the year of creativity and the Empress. April, the card of hope and of faith and of having that lovely sparkly energy around you. I think this is where I've gone awry. May was right, the year of having strength, of having maybe learning to challenge our inner lion, our inner critic, and to beat that. Then we had the Page of Cups, June, of being really open-hearted and leading from our hearts and having kindness. June, July, this is where we've gone awry. July is a card of being emotionally stable, about not being shaken despite the fact that there may be drama and chaos going on in your outside world. August is the month of really finding connection and of collaboration with others. Then we've got September is the month of rebirth, of having this ascension, this transformation. Then we start October. I do apologise, Aries. October. So October is going to be all about moving into a calmer mental state, moving from rough waters, choppy waters, as in the Six of Swords. So we've got all these choppy waters. He's moving then into smoother waters. And the thing about this card is that he and his family, he's literally got the things that are important to him. He's not moving forward with any baggage. So hopefully, when you've had this rebirth, this complete transformation in the month of September, you're then able to move forwards into a calmer, smoother place mentally, leaving behind all of the baggage and all of the unnecessary whatnot, things that you don't need, to move forwards to a happier, better place come October. Right, moving into November. I am right this time. We've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is all about balance and about juggling. So it may well be during the month of November you are in a position where you're having to juggle something. It could be your time, it could be your finances, it could be your family, it could be what else, your health, but you're going to be juggling and struggling to find balance with something. I always say this to, as advice generally in tarot readings, and also to people around me and my children when we chat about things. Life is all about balance. The minute that something comes out of balance, then that's when things start to go awry and the energy doesn't flow as it should. So November's going to be a real month of trying to stay in that balance, of trying to keep whatever it is that you've got going on in the month of November. It could well be financial, being a pentacle, and this Two of Pentacles is generally about financially finding balance and juggling, but it could be other things, but it's going to be a month of really fighting to keep that balance, because if you can do that, if you can keep the balance, then you're set on your way for to move into the month of December. So month of December, the Seven of Pentacles, and it's a pretty great card really for moving into a new year. It's the end of a year because it's the card of evaluation, re-evaluation. He's looking there at all the hard work he's put in during the year, and he's weighing up whether he can do things in a different way, whether the time and effort that he's put into things, where he can save time, where he can save money, whether this is, this situation, is it worth the effort and the energy that you've put into it, and how you can then move on in a better way moving on into 2025. So I think December is going to be a real year of re-evaluating stuff. So whether that's re-evaluating your work, whether your home life, the place that you live, but it's going to really be you looking at things and seeing if you can do things in a better way, in a more rewarding way, moving onwards into the next year. So I will stop there. I hope that's been helpful. I do apologise for messing up your months there, but we got there in the end. Again, I'd love to know your feedback, your thoughts on the reading. In the meantime, have a really, really great 2025. I'll catch up with you again on your regular readings. But in the meantime, Aries, have a fabulous day, fabulous week and a fabulous year. So take care.